In the past, you've criticized this new era we are in of journalism and content creation, right? You called it culture vultures and clickbait. Some of it.
Well, not everybody. Yeah,
Some
not
of it,
everybody.
though, right.
That's not a that don't cloth everybody, but go ahead.
But it is something that does exist that is very common, though, like that we see that it's a lot of it. You know what I mean? A lot of it.
Yeah, it's definitely,
right.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that and if you feel it's gotten worse or better?
Oh, it's definitely worse now. Now you click on something and it says, Diddy did this or something. And you click on it and it's not even talking to you. That part never, you're watching the whole video. They got you watching the whole video looking for this particular thing.
It
never
you
happened.
Don't even see.
Yeah, they didn't even mention this. What he just said the title of this was, the subject.
I think that part is crazy because like people aren't even concerned about like the legal ramifications, right? Because like a lot of these videos are like defamation lawsuits waiting to happen. But I think that what they're betting on is kind of like, to pursue a legal action against a small creator like this is going to cost them more money than it's worth or something. But it's like, I feel like it's going to happen eventually to teach people a lesson. Well, I guess that did happen with the Cardi B and what's her name situation.
What's that?
Damn, she sued.
What's that guy? He does it all the time. He says Floyd Mayweather's uncles is Roger. Who's that guy?
Something Muscle.
Prophet Muscle.
No, but people don't call him out on it at all, bro. And I don't get it.
Like, no, but hold on. I'm gonna tell you. This is why I'm segueing into this. What about because he puts this disclaimer, the FBI disclaimer on there? Oh, I can do this.
Prophet
you don't
Muscle,
see this
right?
disclaimer?
Like?
Prophet Muscle. Yeah, Prophet Muscle. But he puts the disclaimer, the FBI, like he's got permission or so. I don't know, man. I don't know.
But if you look at the comments, you don't see people calling him out about it at all. It's like they just accept it. But like,
I don't know. Yeah, it's wild. He does it a lot.
Look at some other people's pages. They get like super on these other creators like, oh, technically they didn't say that and blah, blah. And they really go on, these other people. But I don't know why they never go at him. I'm like, damn.
Now, Prophet must have been rocking for a while. He's doing his thing, you know what I mean? But it's crazy. I mean, he literally put a subject and then you go in there's nothing about that. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, bro.
Right. But Tasha K, that's who I was talking about. Cardi B sued Tasha K not too long ago, right? Because of some defamation type of stuff that she was saying. But I feel like some of these creators that just be outright lying, bro. Like I feel like, man, you should be worried because eventually somebody's gonna do something and it's gonna fuck it up for everybody.
Yeah. I don't know.
But how do you feel about the content creation and the journalism of today?
Like I said, I just think, some people are doing it right. I mean, I'm not, I don't watch everybody's stuff. Some people got, they onto something. They real journalists. They do their research. And then some people do that, clickbait drama. All they want to do is get people on there to talk shit about people. And that's how they I get it. People want to hear interesting drama and all that. But, come on, you're winning and you're doing something good when people just interested. You have interesting conversations with people and artists and talk about their, their careers and their passions and stuff like that and get into that. That's to me is more, what I mean? Because my thing is this, I heard there's a couple of rappers and people always like, oh, you think about this MC or that MC. I think the dudes, the music, I'm like, oh, I like how you spit, you got a flow. And then I'll see him do an interview and it's just, you can't get in, like that's like, to me, it's like, you can't feel him as a human, you know what I mean? Like as a person, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, they'll ask him a question. He's acting like a Don on his thing. And then they'll ask him what's his splits or something. I seen some shit like he's talking about Kingpin Boss. And then I don't want to say nobody's name, but he was on one of the major platforms. And they was like, so what's your cut since he's like, oh, I don't know. He deals with that or whatever. I was like, oh, you talking Major Boss. You don't know what's your percentage or split, Well, he could have just said, I don't want to answer the question, but he literally said, I don't even know, he dealt with that. I was like, oh, you don't know how much paper, your percentage. I got you. You bossed up for real. But then there's something like that, it made me like, or just the interview, the cadence, the way that they carry himself. Overall, yeah, you just don't feel like you're not official like that. You know what I mean? You talk, your spit is real good. You know what I mean? You're spitting real good.
But don't you think that that's the problem? Because back in the days, there was more mystique to artists, right? You didn't have like this inside look into their lives. But now it's like almost like when you get to see that, you're like, damn, like I like this music, but I don't like him now. You know what I'm saying? I don't like this person. Because, social media, a lot of these artists are doing corny things that make them look real bad on social media. And you're just like, bro, like
all
I
day.
can't even rock with you anymore because of that.
I know. It's like you're overexposed. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
like
You just giving the people too much.
a
And
little
I
too
think
much.
that
Yep.
as fans, it's like, it's weird because like we've reached a status now where people will be like, okay, yeah, they make good music, but on social media, they're boring. They're not entertaining. We want to be entertained at all costs. Like there's a lot of fans that are like that, which is weird. You know what I'm saying? And if they feel like if we are being entertained, we'll like the people's music even more. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a strange era that we are in now where it's like making good music isn't enough anymore. You have to be more than that. You have to be entertaining on social media too. You have to give us more. You know, there's a fine line between music and content creation now where it's like, that's why like
I mean, it's even, to me, it's even forcing, but check it out. Like dudes that had the mystique is even forcing them to get with the program and like start exposing themselves because for the marketing purposes, like if they coming out with a new product, like I'll give you an example. Kane is one of the illest, you know, he's the king, you know what I mean? But Kane is now a media head. Like he's a content creator type, you know what I mean? But Kane he came from the back in the days where if you wanted to see Kane, you got to come to a live show or you just read the booklet or the CD or, you know, the cassette tape or, you know, the vinyl. And that's as far as you're getting with it. You're never going to see Kane. You're not going to know what he does on his day to day. When you see him, it's like, oh shit, Kane here, you know? But now Kane is, you know, is like, you know, but you can't knock it. I mean, this thing is a lot of cats built, built careers from scratch off of this online
right. So, but there's a good and there's a
too.
bad to it though, right? Because like before it was about talking about the music, but now it's like, oh, what stories do you have that happened 20 years ago that you can tell us to entertain? And then we can get some crazy headline. And you know what I mean? Like, and I get it. Like everybody has to play the game a little bit, but it's like, it's almost like that's what it's more focused on now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's more about now. And everybody has to become a content creator now. Doing the music isn't enough. Now you got to have a podcast too. Now everybody has to participate in some kind of way. It's just a weird thing.
It's crazy. Yo, man, it is what it is. This is what we living in now. I mean, look, you know, good thing my charges are all sealed and done because I'm over here telling an old story from 20 years ago too. You know what I'm saying?
No, but the story's about you though, bro. Like it's about you. In a lot of these like interviews, we're seeing like, oh, you know, I heard or I was there, but I was watching from a third person like perspective. You know, like it was not like this is something that I was like really involved in and like
hearsay and stuff like that. Yeah. You know what I hate? I hate when people say stuff that someone deceased said to them, you know what I mean, before they die. Like, and we supposed to believe it's golden if that conversation ever existed. You know, well, they told me that I was the best MC they ever heard. You know? Oh, really? What Pun or Big E told you that? Or who told you? Oh, yeah, you know, that was, you know, right before he went on stage. He told me I was the best he ever heard. Well, all right. You know, but the person's deceased now, and they're talking about
basically.
No, it's unconfirmed. Yeah, man. Like I don't be digging that, man. I'd be like, nah, bro, we don't. You know, leave that out of there. That's crazy. It's crazy. People do it all the time. I've seen big boys tell the stories of Pac, and you know, people that we know they roll with Pac, but did that really happen? Like we don't know, man.
Yeah, and it's interesting because it's kind of like, okay, you've been around for a long time, right? Why didn't you tell that story a long time ago? Why is it now 20 years later that the story is barely coming out, right?
Exactly. That's a good point right there. What happened to it when he was alive, you know? Passed away last week. What happened? Why you didn't tell it all the way until he passed away?
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah.